Things are not looking good in the world of Milk Magazine Incorporated. The subscriber count has been eroding away for quite some time. Nobody seems to know why. Could it be due to the quality of the content? Could it be due to the changing times of society? Could it be that it's the year 2018 and nobody buys print magazines anymore? It's unclear. These are the questions that Michael and Carla would not get answers to. Their job as marketing professionals is to create the right campaign to drive the subscription count as high as it can go. But how can they possibly do their jobs without up-to-date information? Michael is a thin chap with thick-rimmed glasses. Not an Adonis by any stretch of the imagination, but he wasn't bad looking. The kind of look where, if you saw him at the club, you would want to take a chance with him for a good time. Carla is a thin lass with thick-rimmed glasses, an Aphrodite by all stretches of the imagination. Way out of Michael's league. God damn it! Michael vented, throwing his hands up in the air. This is an impossible task! How could we possibly come up with a decent strategy for increasing the sub count if we don't even know who our target audience is? I know, Carla sighed in defeat. We are working with absolutely nothing. It's like trying to hold on to slime. You can never really get a good grasp on it. There was a moment of awkward silence. I haven't heard that one before, Michael said in confusion. Yeah, I'm trying to create a new expression. It needs a bit of workshopping, Carla said meekly. Well, I've got some slime for you to handle. In my pants! Carla laughed and went beetroot red at Michael's crude sense of humour. It was a good thing that they had been friends for so long. Not everyone would have appreciated Michael's crude yet harmless sense of humour. Hey Michael, thank you for getting me this job. Thank you for getting this job for me. I really appreciate it. It was my pleasure, Carla. Any reason to spend time with you? Michael replied. I like spending time with you. His voice trailed off at the end, losing its sense of confidence. Carla smiled. Her redness on her face did not go down. Was she still embarrassed? Michael could not help but notice this. Did he push a button that he didn't notice before? It's too bad that we're still no closer to coming up with this marketing strategy, Michael said, shattering the moment that was shared between them. Silence. Boy, it sure is hot in here, Carla said, flustered. I had better open the window. She got up from her chair and moved to the window to open it. As Carla stretched to open the window, her skirt lifted up, revealing her pink panties, making Michael blush like a tomato. Once open, Carla took the time to look at the view on the first floor of the office. Having the walls be entirely made of glass really helped with displaying the full vista of the car park and the night sky. It's a shame that there's so much light pollution around here. We don't see many stars anymore. We don't see any stars anymore, Carla murmured with a hint of sadness in her voice. Michael stood up from his desk and joined Carla at the window. Honestly, there's only one star that I see right now, and I'm looking at it. Carla blushed again, and Michael tentatively caressed her rosy red cheeks. His hands slowly glided through her strawberry blonde hair. It was pulled into a messy bun that Michael found cute. They looked deeply into each other's eyes for a little bit too long. Michael leaned in to kiss Carla. Their lips brushed against each other and Carla squeaked with shock and pleasure. She tentatively trailed her dainty fingers up Michael's lean torso, ending up at his thigh. Then, with a firm grip, Carla yanked Michael closer to engulf his lips with hers. Michael had a raging hard-on that was Michael had a raging hard-on that was bulging out, trying to escape his trousers. Carla felt the bulge press against her, and in a passionate haste, she reached down to unzip the flies and pull out the sex rod. Michael continued to kiss Carla lustfully, and he pinned her up against the window. Her body was pressed up against the cool glass. Michael then began to kiss Carla frantically all around and then all down her body, moving lower and lower until he got to the lady garden. Michael hoisted Carla's skirt up and yanked down her panties, causing Carla to gasp. With the aroma overwhelming Michael's senses, he kissed her inner thigh, leading up to the twat hole, causing Carla to moan. I should probably rewrite twat hole, but maybe I shouldn't. It was a good line from PDT. His tongue swiped against her pleasure nub. Carla was grasping onto moaning. His tongue swiped against her pleasure nub. Carla was grasping onto Michael's head to keep him in place. The longer he looked, the more difficult it was for Carla to stay standing up. Her vagina was overflowing like Niagara Falls. Now was the time to shine. It was go time. Whoops, I should probably rewrite that bit as well. But that's okay, let's keep going. Once she was close to her orgasm, Michael stopped and stood up, pulling open her blouse and yanking the cups of her lacy punk bra. He sucked at the nipples and nipped at her plump breasts. Michael then forced Carla to turn around and expose her panty-less entrance, pressing his body close to her and nibbling at her earlobe. Michael grabbed his throbbing member and gently plunged into a drenched pussy. Carla took a deep breath, which turned into a loud, "Oh my fucking god!" As Michael thrust back and forth and Carla was getting more pinned to the glass, she could feel that her nipples were getting chills due to the cold glass. She could feel the hot thickness that was filling her pussy up with each thrust. His hand was squeezing onto her buttocks as he pounded harder and harder and harder. Insert middle bit here. We'll rewrite that later on. Things were heating up. Michael's pounding was unrelenting. His grunting became louder and higher in pitch. Carla's body was tensing up as she could feel what was coming next. "Stuff your man juice up my baby tunnel!" Carla screamed. Michael howled like a wolf as his cock spasmed with the orgasming, and his man juice did indeed spurted up Carla's baby tunnel. Oh no, I ruined that line. And his man juice. Michael howled like a wolf as his cock spasmed with the orgasming, and his man juice did indeed spurt up Carla's baby tunnel. Both Michael and Carla were panting very hard and perspiring profusely. They didn't want to move an inch. Both were captivated by the aftershocks of orgasm. The glass fogged with their heavy breathing. They both caught each other's eyes in the reflection of the glass. In that moment, they truly saw what they meant to each other. After all these years being friends, they crossed over to something more in that moment of fucking. They truly realized how much they loved each other. They shared a smile. Then their gaze wandered further ahead. something caught their attention. They were not alone in the office. Somebody was outside watching everything. It was the boss. The end!